So we've officially hit the post-COVID stage, and that means people can't wait to get out of their homes, and travel agents and planners are only too happy to see the industry flourish. So to make the most of your travel goals, following the travel trends of 2023 is going to be a game changer. Because here we're going to share the most adventurous and in-demand travel ideas to inspire your bucket list. Welcome to our channel, where we will show you some of the best travel destinations and tips. If you're new here, we're glad you found us. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you for joining us again. Without further ado, let's head straight into the topic of today's video: latest travel trends for 2023. Number 1. City breaks. So for all you road trippers and urban seekers, we're going to see city breaks becoming a big trend, with more and more people leaning towards traveling to popular cities around the world to get the full urban experience, explore the subcultures, and tour spots unique to the area. And the best part is how affordable these can be, as city breaks are typically shorter trips. You could tour an average city in just under a weekend, so it doesn't really break your bank. This is probably why it's going to be on the rise by 2023 as an affordable option to escape the post-COVID restlessness. Besides, time is money for most of us, as our jobs don't give us much space for long vacations, and city breaks give you a chance for traveling without taking too much time away from your job. And if you're a true travel addict, you'll see past the luxuries and convenience and not holding back on flying economy, taking just the carry-on, grabbing last-minute sale deals, and booking that Airbnb. Number 2. Skip Gen traveling. Going into 2023, we're likely to see generational gap in family trips, so any grandparents around here should really start packing, because with a recession on everyone's mind, all our hard-working parents will likely be more busy. And the grandparents could also make up for the lack of interaction during the pandemic, taking the time to bond with their grandchildren. And what better way than traveling with the kids to their favorite travel spots? Say you and your grandkids share a love of wildlife, then perhaps going on a safari trip can be a great way to spend quality travel time together. Or you may want to go on a road trip or a themed park holiday. There are so many possibilities now. Planning trips like these for a skip-gen vacation is a great idea to reunite families and reignite connections among those that have gotten put on a back burner due to the pandemic. Number 3. Camper van vacations. Much like the name suggests, camper van vacation is a kind of staycation that you wouldn't normally choose over a conventional vacation, but it has seen massive traction for some time now after the pandemic started to withdraw its hold. And that's not all, because more recently there have also been a good amount of people choosing to pursue the so-called van life, where they convert a van into a sort of home on wheels. Renting camper vans to go on a trip is a cheaper version of a traditional vacation. You can also enjoy different venture spots throughout your journey, as opposed to traditional trips where you get to tour only limited areas to be able to stay at hotels. Camper vans give you the freedom to go and stop wherever you want, and although it might be somewhat high maintenance, it is far from luxurious. 2023 is going to see some heavy camper vanning from those who see the utility in unique rustic adventures. Number 4. Fly driving. If you've never heard of fly driving, you're missing out on a ton of flexibility in the form of personalization. Basically, in a fly drive vacation, you fly half your way to the destination and then rent a car to hit the road for the rest of your way. And with the number of people ready to spend money on traveling seen as an uptrend, fly driving is a hot trend for 2023. Basically, you can decide the next stop for your vacation mid-trip. This would look like this. Say you fly to a vibrant city for a brief stay, before hitting the road to admire the scenic nature reserves and fascinating landscapes, then driving through the coast to venture to the beach or heading to the snow-capped mountains. This is close to the camper vanning model, except you'd be staying in different accommodations along your way. A well-planned itinerary would make your trip a smooth experience, and unlike other, more affordable options we've discussed, this might be more costly, but it gives you a more personalized and fulfilling vacation, with the iconic roads and scenic sights you'll be able to explore. Number 5. Solo travels. What's so new about solo traveling? Because even before the pandemic, we could see YouTubers and Instagrammers posting vlogs about solo traveling. So why is this still a popular trend for 2023? Well, for one, solo traveling offers a great chance at experiencing a unique freedom. Because when you travel with family, friends, or partners, you're never truly doing it for yourself. You're making compromises to accommodate the interests of others along the way, and traveling solo means you get to choose every destination yourself, the accommodations, where and when you'd want to explore, and you also get to meet like-minded people in guided group tours if you opt for it. Plus, many people are choosing to work and travel, especially after the pandemic, and solo traveling gives you the most freedom to live your digital nomad life. Number 6. Wildlife spotting. The last 2 years have kept people from enjoying the fresh air, and as the world is recovering from COVID, we all feel a craving for being in nature. People aren't just packing their gear to head into the woods and simply camp anymore, because an exciting new trend of wildlife spotting and biodiversity exploration is on the rise, with more people adding this to their bucket lists for 2023. Think about spotting a pink dolphin around the coast of the Amazon forest, or finding vibrant blue morpho butterflies and three-toed sloths around the incredible landscapes of Costa Rica. And what makes this kind of travel truly worthwhile is that it unlocks a wide variety of options and covers all kinds of locations, allowing for even the lowest of budgets while still enjoying a great travel experience. You can start with your own local wildlife reserves, or take your trip to the next level by flying or cruising to a more biodiverse area if you've been saving up to go big in 2023. Now, the last two trends are for those who love the sea, and more specifically cruising, which offers a lot more than just sailing through the coast. Number 7. Med cruising. Cruise travel has always been popular, so what's new for 2023? The cruise companies are ramping up their offers to entice customers and recover their post-COVID coffers. They will be offering new destinations, guaranteeing emphasis on wellness and healthy eating, and promising more options for green cruising. Cruise ships are also paying more attention to trends we discussed in this video, like solo traveling. A Mediterranean cruise trip will take you through modern delights as well as ancient glories of some of the most traveled trendy destinations for 2023. Like Dubrovnik's medieval walls, the legendary Colosseum of Rome, the rich landmarks of Barcelona, and the list goes on. You'll be met with some of the most iconic cityscapes and culturally rich remote coastal villages. And as food comes first for most people, any seafood enthusiast would feel in heaven with endless varieties of fresh seafood available, both on the cruise ship and at all of the stops, usually paired with some good wine. With a Western Mediterranean cruise, you'll be covering travel-worthy spots around Italy, Spain, Monaco, France, and Morocco. But if you'll choose an Eastern Med cruise, it will take you around the more exotic locations like Turkey, Greece, Egypt, Croatia, and other Eastern states. These cruise trips are also on the shorter trip spectrum, lasting roughly between 5 days to 2 weeks, where you can expect to experience at least 3 to 4 countries within a week of sailing. And in terms of cost, this option will sound a little pricey, but considering that you'll be covering several countries with one cruise, the price tag tends to reach the high of $900 per person in peak season for a week-long stay on a mainstream mega ship cruise. Number 8. Caribbean Cruising. If you decide to embark on a Caribbean adventure, you may be visiting some epic landmarks like the Twin Peaks and St. Lucia's scenic landscape, or enjoying an abundance of colors around the culturally rich towns and villages, beyond the coasts lined with white and powder-soft sand. The food will blow your mind too, with fried jackfish, conch chowders, tanya fritters, and some great rum punch. This is certain to be a bliss-filled trip, especially if you top it with some sour sop ice cream in the warm ocean breeze. The countries you'd expect to visit include Puerto Rico, Dominica, Barbados, Antigua, Grenada, and Aruba, among other Caribbean destinations. And it typically costs between $400 to $800 per person for a 7-night stay in a stateroom on a Caribbean cruise ship. So now that we've covered some of the top trends for traveling in 2023, what else do you need to know before diving into planning a trip? Turns out, if you note some expected travel statistics for 2023, you'll see that even with the inflation rate going bonkers, people are spending more and more on trips and flights. This is why you'll see more flights being canceled or delayed, so you will need to keep that in mind and plan for all contingencies. So which travel trend is your favorite? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, you will definitely love this other video from our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. See you soon, and until then, bon voyage!